What's up, everybody? Brick MMA here. Um, just finished watching UFC London. Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. Now, um, I'm gonna just start with. Damn, I see. I never know where to start with these because I want to always just talk about the main event first. But I don't know if I should just build up to it like I do in the predictions. I guess I'll just start with the main event. So I was wrong. I had picked Leon in my prediction video. Sean Brady did so much better than I thought. I thought him losing to Bilal, being finished by Bilal, but Leon being able to go the distance, even though he said he wasn't feeling himself. I thought, in this scenario that Leon would have did pretty well. If you hear like rumbling and shit in the back, that's my dog chewing on his toy. But yeah, I did not expect Sean Brady to go out there and dominate Leon like this. I thought it would have been at least a closer fight. Not at all. This was you could honestly argue like 10-8 every round except the first, right? So yeah, in that first round, Brady lands a nice 3-piece combo. Kind of shake Leon up. Leon starts off pretty well though. He's trying to land clinches and body. He's trying to get the clinch. He's trying to land knees and body shots. In these positions. All right, sorry. And then Brady gets a takedown in the last 15 seconds. So honestly, not a super eventful first round. And the rounds leading up to it aren't necessarily either. But in the second round, Sean Brady just instantly blitzes as soon as the bell sounds. Gets the takedown instantly on Leon. Gets the full mount. Takes his back. Starts doing the little pity shots on ground and pound. Leon gets out of the back position. And then a lot of times the fight goes back to this like half guard. Goes to like this half guard position where Sean Brady's on top and Leon's constantly trying to shrimp out, or like he's in that position to shrimp out, but unable to ever get out of that position fully. And at the end of round 2, Leon has 0 significant strikes. Actually, he might have 0 strikes in general in that round. Right? Can I check that? I'm pretty sure I could check that. Let me see. Can I go round by round? Yeah, let me see. Round 2. 0 strikes in general, bro. This was 100%. That 100% should have been a 10-8 round. 100%. And that's crazy to do. With Leon being the former champion, that's insane, right? In that third round is more stand up. Both of them got good stunning shots on each other, trading. Low IQ moments of all time. Leon shoots a takedown. I don't know how that would have helped him in any scenario. Brady stuffs it, gets the mount, lands big ground and pound. Just relentless wrestling from Brady the entire fight. Just not fun for Leon, bro. I bet, bro. That shit is Khabib level. Like, I don't wanna max and say Sean Brady is like as good as Khabib. But in terms of just ground domination, that's pretty Khabib level, bro. Like, he was giving Leon 0 chance on the ground to do anything. Even if Leon was getting up, it just felt like it was a trap for submission attempts or for position changes, right? And then in the fourth round, he gets another takedown and submits him, right? Subs him with the one-arm guillotine from that same top half guard position that he was getting in every single round and every single wrestling exchange. And yeah, honestly, I'm really glad Sean Brady won. I have Sean Brady merch. I had this before. I have the Full Violence Sean Brady shirt. I actually wanted Sean Brady to win. Next time, I'm just gonna be choosing the fighter that I want to win. I'm gonna just sink with the ship. If it just doesn't work out, but I just thought, Sean Brady coming off short notice, him losing to Bilal. I think this is like Gilbert Burns wasn't necessarily an impressive win. It just didn't really seem like Brady could pull off as dominant as a win as he did. I think he could have maybe pulled off like a decision win, probably. Like I just didn't think it would have been like this. I had no idea Leon would have got dominated in this manner. But no, yeah, that shit was crazy. For the co-main, Jan versus Olberg. It was pretty dull. Jan just landing a lot of leg kicks to start off. He tried to mix in some of the head kicks later on to throw Olberg off. Olberg looked kind of small next to Jan though. Like usually, I feel like he looked a lot leaner in this fight. I don't know if that's me just tripping out, but usually he looks pretty juiced, pretty beefy. Pause. Yeah, but Olberg was really working the boxing. That I feel like that was his best aspect tonight. Him being able to box with Jan. Excuse me, I got a burp. Yeah. He was starting to feel those leg kicks though. He was starting to switch stances in between rounds. But yeah, honestly, it really isn't much to say from this fight. It wasn't really too many ooh-ah moments either. It was competitive though. This is a good win for Olberg. I think he still needs another fight to be able to fight for a title, because I don't think he's necessarily like, this wasn't like a proving win enough for a title shot, I would say. I think if he can beat a Yuri or Jamal Hill, then he should be in title talks. But for right now, I don't think so. Next we had Gunnar Nelson versus Kevin Holland. This really impressed me from Kevin Holland. I thought as soon as Gunnar had gone the takedown or even began the grappling exchange, I thought Holland was fucked. I thought he was just gonna get submitted. But he really held his own. He was even like scaring Gunnar off of his back. He had an omoplata, the famous, not the famous yet, but I know everybody's gonna see the picture of Nelson lifting him up, which is kind of aura, bro. I can't even lie. And then so he picks him up with even though Kevin has the omoplata to shake him off, he reverses the position, and in the last minute of the first round, he drops Gunnar really bad and hurts him really, really bad with some ground and pound. Watching it live, it looked like there was a shot that hit after the buzzer, but apparently they said during the commentary that it hit like as the buzzer sounded, so it's whatever. But no, yeah, Kevin really impressed me this fight. He showed some really elite jiu-jitsu, going through adversity, even though like second round, third round. Well, I don't know about the second round per se, because I think that was Kevin Holland's round still. But even with Gunnar putting more pressure on him, being more aggressive with his grappling, Kevin Holland stayed composed, did very well defensively, offensively, even with grappling. This is a good win. This was a good win for Kevin Holland to bounce back from. And like I said, it's one of these weird fights. Like, this could easily be one of the fights that Holland sells, or this could easily be his redemption fight. I was kind of leaning the redemption fight, but I'm pretty sure I picked Nelson to win. So yeah, next we had Molly McCann versus Alex Tenera. Man, I was gonna come and just talk shit about Molly Meatball, because I didn't fuck with her. I didn't like her. I thought she was so fucking annoying and just riding cloud off Patty. But her retirement, I'm gonna just leave it as it is and just say whatever, man. Good win from Alexia though. To get the RNC, she probably earned herself a UFC contract now, and hopefully we get to see some more of her. So I'm just gonna move on to the next fight. Jordan Vucenic. I think they were pronouncing it Vucenic. Yeah, Jordan Vucenic versus Chris Duncan. Man, this was super one-sided. Chris Duncan was bullying Vucenic since the first round. He landed a body kick and then did a same side Superman punch to knock him down, which I was super confused at watching live until they showed the replay. And Chris Duncan was showing like the strength difference, grappling difference to Vucenic. Like this was a real grappling diff, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He was just bullying him. And Vucenic looks all cool and stuff with the tattoos and shit. He was losing aura this whole fight. But then Vucenic came back in the second round ish, got a cut on Duncan. He was doing not significantly. Whoa, sorry. He was doing kind of better in the second round, but he just went back to his same retarded ass tendencies. He shot a tank down on Duncan, even though that wasn't working. Grappling at all was not working for Vucenic. And then he got submitted by shooting for another takedown on the fence. And then Chris Duncan jumping the ghillie and getting his submission. Yeah. So congrats to Vucenic for getting a new ass tat, though. Nathaniel Wood versus Morgan Charrier, the last pirate. I had went for Charrier. I thought he just had a better resume, better quality of opponents. Nathaniel Wood looked very good though. Impressed me a lot. Dropped him in the first round. Great striking throughout the entire fight. It was an easy 30-27 for Nathaniel Wood. Yeah, I'm a fan of Wood. I first found out about him when he had that interview or whatever that video was of like an MMA fighter talking to a pacifist or whatever, and he seemed really chill. So I'm really glad he's doing well now on a winning streak and doing better at featherweight than he was at bantamweight. And now on prelims, Jai Herbert versus Chris Padilla. It was a super shit fight. I don't want to really talk about it. I think it was obviously Chris Padilla just off volume. Jai Herbert got a randomly fat cut on Padilla in the last round, almost knocked him out. But yeah, Chris Padilla obviously won in my book. Watching it, and then yeah, flyweight. Y'all know I love my flyweight. Y'all know I was excited for this one. I was right for this one though. Loner Kavanaugh versus Felipe Dos Santos. I chose Kavanaugh. It kind of did not go how I thought it would. Even though I thought Kavanaugh was gonna win, I thought it was gonna be more of a striking match. Dos Santos. So in the beginning of the fight, Dos Santos cracks him in round one. And then I was kind of thinking to myself, like him bouncing around and stuff. He kind of looks like the guy from the Lorax. You know, the one that sells the air. I think his name is Mr. O'Hare, right? Like, just his hairstyle. And then Dos Santos showing his dynamic striking with spinning elbows and kicks throughout the fight. Loner really surprised me. He has some really good wrestling and ground and pound, which was neutralizing a lot of the back offense Dos Santos was trying to go for. And I thought Dos Santos would have had that advantage, to be honest, in the grappling department. But Kavanaugh shot some really good takedowns. Some did really well. Did really well in the clinch. Shoot to Box has a real genuine wrestling problem though. Doesn't really seem like anybody from the gym besides Charles is competent at any type of wrestling or any type of wrestling defense because they rely so much on their jiu-jitsu. Very bloody fight. Both fighters got cut up a lot. Dos Santos with a lot of fouls. He was hitting the spine. I think there were some moments he hit the back of the neck. Fence grabbing, glove grabbing, up kicks to grounded opponent. Yeah, it was a lot. And I think the judges kind of the judges kind of took those fouls into consideration. Because I think if you just looked at it through the striking numbers, I'm pretty sure Dos Santos outstruck him. Yeah, Dos Santos had outstruck him. Oh, but significant strikes he got outstruck. But yeah, I thought it could have low key gone either way, but like in hindsight, Loner Kavanaugh did get the takedowns. He did get some control time with it. The striking wasn't much of a disparity between the two, so I can see why the fight was still given to Loner. Obviously, he had the best ability to mix it up in mixed martial arts. Right. Yeah, and then Marcin Tybura versus Mick Parkin. Not much to talk about. Trash ass first round. Parkins won round 2, I think. In my opinion, he had some very solid ground and pound that I think gives him the damage points for that round. Even though a lot of people hate on Tybura because he beats all the prospect at heavyweight, he's very nice on the ground. Like, he has some very slick and freaky ass jiu-jitsu for a heavyweight that looks as sloppy as he does. Right? Maybe you would expect some type of stuff like that from Gelton Almeida, but Gelton Almeida doesn't even do stuff like that. He's more just grab like top heavy, but Tybura can play off his back. And I like that for him. Yeah, that's all I had to say for that. Wasn't really too interested in watching that fight. CLD versus Pulayev. I wasn't too interested in this fight either. Christian Leroy kept trying to style, but he wasn't connecting with anything major. He wasn't really damaging Pulayev. Only really in like that last minute of the third round where he was trying to get the knockout, like pretty desperately. Yeah, it was a lot of cage clenching throughout the fight, but I feel like he could have did better, gotten a finish earlier. But I don't know. I don't really see. I don't see why he would want to drag that type of fight out. I guess that just speaks to the quality of Pulayev, I guess. I don't know, because I don't think this is an impressive win from Duncan. And I think if he wants to get back into ranking aspirations, he needs a better win. Yeah. An actual interesting fight though. Sean Abanin versus Pooja Tamar. I picked Pooja. And I was wrong. Shanna Bainin won. She clutched it though. Pooja could have easily got this win, but Bainin really clutched this. Pooja knocked her down, knocked Bainin down really badly in the second round, almost finishing her. She was like half conscious, bro. Like maybe like 20% conscious. Still managed to work off her back. Using like beautiful, patient Brazilian jiu-jitsu for armbar sub. Yeah, that shit was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was mad slick. But yeah, bro, 1 billion people, no good fighters. I think what they have to do, the UFC just needs to build a UFC PI in anywhere in India, and just try to lure in the mud chest slappers for heavyweight prospects. You know what I'm saying? Whatever unorthodox combat sports they have over there, bro, just bring the same athletes in. Let's try to make something out of somebody over there. You know, it's a billion people. Somebody's gonna have to do okay. Somebody's gonna be good. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. You know, maybe like you would think by now already, like out of a billion people, you know, somebody would be good. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, shout out to Shauna Bainin. It was a super good win for her, and yeah. Nathan Fletcher versus Callan Loughran. Guys, for a second, I swear I thought I was watching Rob. Right. Loughran was dominating the ground in the clinch in the first. And then in the second, Fletcher comes out wanting to show off his grappling, try to be the initiator, and have and be the controller in these situations, putting the pressure on Loughran. He's able to jump the back on Loughran though. He got some type of like pity patty shots off that, but not enough. Loughran got out of it and was clinching against the cage up until the end of the second round. And then within the last 20-ish seconds, they started just start and swinging literally at the fences, on the fences. But yeah, but besides that, most of the third round was pretty boring. Well, not boring. It wasn't necessarily eventful. It continued with a lot of grappling situations. And then, yeah. So, I think Loughran deserved the win. I don't necessarily see how... I mean, it was a close fight, but I thought Loughran won 2 of the rounds. I thought he won first and third pretty obviously. Or at least, I don't know, to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got to rewatch it. But, yeah. And then the last fight of the card that I'm going to be talking about, Guram versus Kawi Fernandez. I expected a lot more from Guram. Very disappointed. Kawi was styling, man. He was violating the fuck out of Guram. He had a good head kick knockdown in the first. Great takedown defense. Great kicks throughout the entire fight. Low body, head. Yeah, I was wrong about Kawi, bro. I don't even know what I said about him anymore. But he seems pretty valid. I didn't know he trained with Jose Aldo. But Guram, you have Ilya, Hamza, Alexandre Topuria in your fucking corner, bro. What are we doing? Or what are you not listening? What are they even telling you? Right? Like what's even going on? In the second round, he gets dropped again. I think he gets dropped twice. Let me check this. Oh. No. Let me check this. Oh, so he only got 2 real knockdowns in the entire fight. Wait, what? He got 2 knockdowns, but none of them in any round? Wait. So the full fight, he got 2 knockdowns, but it says he has 2 in the second and 2 in the third? Am I tripping, or do I not know how to read? Or are they just saying he got 1 and 1? Excuse me. All right, whatever. But he got more than 1 knockdown on Guram. Guram did pretty bad. This is a pretty bad performance by him. Or maybe this was just Kawi just, proving something. Showing that he has what it takes to be a good fighter at lightweight. And I think this is a good win for Kawi. Excuse me. Thank you. And it means a lot when the name of your last opponent in beating them is Guram. Guruma is very highly rated by a lot of people. Even though he's unranked, a lot of people respect him. A lot of people think he's good. He is good, but he just got low diffed, bro. Like, he just got assaulted in this fight. And then yeah. So I kind of want to just talk about the main event again, just to recap. I'm glad my guy Sean Brady won. Like I said before, East Coast. That's my guy. That's my tat homie, man. But in terms of like what's next for either of them, I think Leon should fight Ian Gary. I think that's a fight. That's the fight that should be made, right? Leon's coming off a loss. Edwards coming off 2 losses now. You get the guy that could strike. You kind of get what you want. It's probably gonna be a strike fest, but Ian Gary is definitely gonna try and grapple with Leon. But I think Sean Brady should skip the line over shavkat for a title shot. Honestly, I think he deserves it. His resume now is more deserving, right? Like, if we compare, like, we see Sean Brady, right, just submitted previous champion Leon Edwards, right? 5 rounds with Gilbert Burns, beats him pretty convincingly as well. Submits Kevin Gastelum, which I'd say probably isn't his best win, but it's part of his win streak, right? And then if we look at somebody like shavkat, right? Like, let's go to the rankings. Let's look at this shit. Let me see. Shavkat. See, look. Immediately should just jump the line, right? But obviously, we look at Shavkat. His last fight, I think he was number 7. Ian Gary's number 7, I think. Then he beat, I think he was also number 7 at the time, Wonder Boy. And then he beat number 10, Jeff Neal. And then, like, number 13 or some shit, Magny. Right? I feel like, though, this is interesting. I don't know if I should save this for another video, though, because you got Buckley who needs a fight, but he could fight Gary, too. Brady could fight Shavkat while he waits, but he shouldn't have to because he's going to be ranked above him now. Or you can get Shavkat Usman now. There's a lot you could do at welterweight now. This kind of makes things very interesting. I'm very glad that Sean Brady won. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. I don't want to keep rambling on about the same things anymore. This was an okay card. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't the most entertaining, but I'd say it had a good ending to it.